Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today, and I finally got around to watching the Conan sequel for Conan the Barbarian. This is Conan the Destroyer, and I finally saw the remake too. I plan on trying to get reviews out for those, alongside a bunch of other stuff I've been watching recently. But anyway, as many of you know, I recently became a Robert E. Howard fan. You probably heard me talk about this on some of my other channels if you guys follow me there. I read the entire collection of Solomon Kane short stories, pulps, whatever, and loved them deeply. And Robert E. Howard's writing and his style and that kind of pulp mentality of telling a story quickly but super effectively, even though it was formulaic, I really loved that about it, about that kind of era, if you will. And I think modern writers and modern books could learn a lot from that instead of putting out an 800-page slow-ass read that takes you 8 months to read. Anyway, Robert E. Howard is slowly climbing the ranks as like my next favorite writer, up there with like Jonathan Mayberry and Brian Keene, who's very pulpy himself. And I saw the first Conan movie last year, I believe is what it was, and I loved it. I thought it was freaking sick, man. A little slow sometimes, but really good. And I wanted to see the sequel and the remake at some point, and here I am. So Conan the Destroyer came out in 1984, 2 years after Conan the Barbarian. Schwarzenegger's back playing this time, and this movie is a little bit more goofy and silly, in a very Jason and the Argonauts type of way, or the original Clash of the Titans, sword and sorcery type of thing. I know a lot of people mock this movie, and it seems like I've heard a lot of people, including friends of mine, say that this movie is bad in a lot of ways. And I'll be honest with you, yeah, it's not the greatest thing ever, but I had a good time watching this. I'm not really a fantasy guy. I still haven't read a single Conan pulp or short, even though I have a couple of the 3 volumes of collections of Robert E. Howard's Conan stuff. I can't wait to delve into that because I'm loving what I saw in the first movie, this movie, and the remake, despite their own individual issues. To be fair for you, it's been a little bit since I saw this movie, about a week or so I might be hazy on a lot of the details. There's not much of a plot here. There's kind of to me, what I consider to be okay. If a movie has a very thin plot, or almost non-existent plot, think of the Daredevil Ben Affleck movie, and yet it has a style, an entertainment value, a good musical score or soundtrack, action, whatever. As long as those things are there to make up for that kind of thin plot, I'm fine. I'm having a good time. Distract from one thing. It's like that magician syndrome, if you will. So anyway, this movie kind of picks off where the first film left, sort of, kind of. Basically, Schwarzenegger has a new buddy that's kind of just a weird, weak dude, who's kind of the comedic relief. Schwarzenegger looks amazing in the Conan outfit and stuff. And basically, they get drawn into, by a queen, some kind of journey, I guess to either rescue or protect her niece. I forgot exactly which one it was, but also to get a couple of treasure things, one of them being a crystal. And Conan has to go on this journey. And obviously, he's going to fight a lot of dudes along the way. To me, I remember, despite this being a little bit goofier than the first movie, it seemed to me this was a little bit more bloody and violent than the first film. There's a really awesome, and I mean awesome, fun fight, in my opinion, involving mirrors, and a guy in the mirrors at one point in the movie, like halfway through. And dude, I want to tell you, for an hour and 43 minutes, the movie really feels like an hour and 30. If you take out the credits, it's probably closer to that. I loved that stuff. I had a great time with the world building. There's a lot of humor in here compared to the first movie, which was a little bit more direct, serious fantasy. I liked all that. I didn't hate it at all. The niece princess chick in here, she's beautiful. She really is. You have some other people that come alongside Conan at certain points. One, I think her name is Zula. She's a famous black actress that I'm sure I saw in Miami Vice at one point, and some other things too. And she does okay. I swear I think she's in Phantasm 3. But I really thought she did a good job here. And I kind of just expected, like Phantasm 3, a really wasted, kind of weird character, because she's a really athletic, strong, probably a bodybuilder, female from the 80s. But she was good. I thought she gave a solid performance for what she had to do, despite the writing not being as good here for the characters and for Schwarzenegger. But he has cool one-liners. He's so badass in the movie. A lot of sword fighting, like I said. That really added a lot here, too. There is a big fight towards the end of the film that involves like a fish deity of some sort. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a mixture of horrific and fun and goofy all at one time in a very Sam Raimi way. If I had found out that Sam Raimi had made this movie, I would not have been surprised at all. I mean that. This seems to take a lot of influence from kind of Evil Dead 2 types of humor. I guess that was a little bit of the 80s horror that was coming out over time because of Raimi. But I really like that about it. It felt fun. It knew it was a bit much, but it did something with that. And of course, you have a great soundtrack here. I'm going to be honest, I love Conan the Barbarian. I thought it was a blast despite its issues. But Destroyer was fun for what it was. And again, I'm not a fantasy guy. But little things here and there drag me in, like Harry Potter, like Oblivion. I played Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the other year. I thought it was awesome. One of the best games I've ever played in my life. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy or anything like that. So Conan surprised me by how much I liked it. I think and I don't know if this is based on an actual Conan story or not. If it is, I don't know how faithful it is to that, I guess I could say. But I would be curious to see how it turned out and whether that's good or not. So let me know all that down below in the comments if the first and second movie are based on anything. But I really liked what I saw here. I had a good time. It was fun to watch. And that's really all I ask. You know what I mean? So anyway, have you seen Conan the Destroyer? What do you think about it? Did you like this or Barbarian more? I'm sure I probably know the answer. But I also, again, just kind of a heads up, I liked the remake from what I saw of it with Jason Momoa. I wish we had gotten the third movie. I think it was called King Conan or something. At the end of the film, this movie, they kind of teased that. Dude, that would have been so sick. That would have been so freaking rad with what they showed Schwarzenegger looking like. But anyway, I feel sad about it because Schwarzenegger's a one-of-a-time history actor. Even though he's not that good of an actor, he's just badass looking. I wish we had more like this, you know what I mean? So anyway, what did you think about the film if you've seen it before? I'd love to hear everything you have to say about it down below. Let me know what you think about the remake and all that. I'm not going to re-review the first film because it's been so long. I didn't have time to rewatch this, so I'll wait off on that. But the remake I plan on reviewing pretty much in the next few minutes, right after this review, so check out for that if you're a big Conan fan or a Robert E. Howard fan. I hope I can find more stuff of his because, dude, this was right up my alley. That pulp fantasy adventure stuff is so sick. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.